Sometimes I miss good music. Sometimes I miss good days. Sometimes I don't miss all these buggery shakes and testing. Welcome back to my streaming channel and to Game Engine Part 3. I have just finished actually taking a break, um, visiting my dad, staying with him for a while, saying hi to my mom, and back to work. Back to work. So I have been working behind the scene for around 2 days, and I made a lot of stuff. I changed a lot of stuff. For example, we finished this, I believe. Um, Give me a second. To be honest, I have no clue what to do next. Uh, so this is prepare free stream episode once again. Um, and I'm being too careful because I don't want to show these kinds of codes, loading and saving files, because later on I will decrypt them and encrypt them, and I'm not sure which kind of decryption I will take. A lot of people use MD5 because I believe MD5 can be used with XML and uh, what do you call it? The serialized object things. But I tried serialization and I don't like it much. There's some restriction in it, and it's goofy, and it seems to save too much data for my for my own taste. I mean, I don't know. I just don't like it. I want to make my own save files. And besides, it seems a little bit predictable. Yes, it makes some of the work easier. Nah, nah. Anything that I cannot control doesn't make me feel comfortable. And yet, look at me. So, I have a lot of issues in my codes, and I'm trying to make it perfect, and that's taking way too long. So, we just made that too. I done that too. I done that, but I didn't test them, to be honest, and screw that if they are not working. No, actually, I did test them today. And I did that too. And I did that too. Well, I did that, but I didn't test the saving from the engine side because the engine side is really, how to put it, doesn't have menus, doesn't have console, the tab messages. I can put the console in there, but I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible. And I fixed that. That took most of my time. And yeah, I actually crossed that from there already. Yeah, this one I didn't deal with it. And this one I didn't deal with it. So what's going on? In the map simulator now, if it crashes any second, and you see the video is 3 minutes and 17 seconds long or something, you know that I crashed the computer or something. It just... Because if I see the save file crash one more time, I swear to God, it won't just pass by, you know? I will just close this damn thing and go and have a good night's sleep. I'm just not ready mentally to face more crashes anymore. It reached to this limit. I need to take a break from all of these crashes. Crash. Oh, okay. So let's pretend or assume, or just like mathematics people, you know how they talk. Let's assume this map will work, and just take the assumption as the truth statement and build the hypothesis on that. So as you can see, we have two creatures in here. Both of them are walker. And you can select a creature. If it has no name and no nothing, it will ignore your thing. The problem is I have a few issues in here. If I didn't select the faction, it will save the faction as its own faction. And I know about that because I didn't deal with it yet. So, why there were some bugs or errors is going on here? I don't know. So, the first issue is in... why this thing is throwing arrows? I didn't do anything. When adding a creature without selecting a faction, the word faction will be selected as a faction because that's what the combo box caption is. The easiest way to fix this is whenever you select a monster from here, this one get deselected or selected the first one. But I left this as it is for one reason, so I don't add a label. So another easier fix is use labels instead of CV caption, and that's actually a better choice. So if you didn't use a prototype, it won't save a prototype, and the creature will be prototype list. And this is possible when you want a creature that is not meant to fight, doesn't have skills and attributes and all of the crap. And if you try to add one, do you see what I'm saying? The mouse move generate errors. When you select the third, nope, when you select any crap. Mouse move generate errors. Now check that thing out. Check what's the issue. So the name must be unique. So we need to look at that. I didn't even wait to the point, and already my list is getting filled up with issues. One of the issues, I cannot see these guys' names or edit the data or delete them. Even deleting them is not possible. So we need add a GUI to edit, delete creature objects, and that will be a lot of work by itself. One of the issue is the size. I don't represent I didn't change the image of the size, and when I go to the edit file and go to the animation particle, no, to the AP, doesn't reflect the side in here, and there's no way to reflect it from here, and that bothers me a little bit. That's me. It's better to have an animation even for idling and to reverse it when he's idle. So yeah. So there's no way I can tell if this is the left or right, and just pathetic. So we loaded the add the creatures in here. We can give it an auto number and just look at that. No, there's a real issue in here, isn't it? I mean, what the fudge is going on? That wasn't like that. At least it didn't crash. Maybe the loading is not 100% perfect. So even though I tested that few times already. So when I go to the creature, add walker, add good, add whatever, 5. I don't know what was the issue before. Yeah. Um. I need to rewatch the video. Programmer live. Programmer live. Now I know why people usually mock XNA and Monogame making the engines from the zero. I mean, I still don't give them, how to put that. I still see them that they doing it wrong, or I mean, they just way too mean. I don't know how to put it anymore. It just, they shouldn't mock a language because what they're doing is too difficult or whatever. I mean, this is really sometimes frustrating, but still visible, still possible, and it's still your choice. If you like Unity more, or Unreal more, or whatever, because of finance issues or because it's easier, you don't need to mock this. You just go there and do it. What am I doing? So let's go to the engine side, and oh, it's working as I said. But let's test if I didn't save the map when I add many walkers, but there are 2 walkers in here, and how can we tell? We can go to the game core file, which is called test game. I'm not used on that name. And we can go to the creature speed to see the speed is there. Walk animation is P13, which is correct. The 2 backgrounds, which are correct. The accessory, which is walker again. But where is the creature object or job prototype object? Why do I have 0 job plan? 0 skills. Okay, there's something funny going on here. I like it when he gave me question marks. And okay, because the map is loading, but though, so we don't know any map yet. But what bugs me a lot is the job plan. Maybe I didn't move the stupid game thing. That's why. Um, so let's go to the game folder. this is, and go to the game, delete it, completely delete it, go to this guy, go to the game file, take the full test. It's funny how it loaded the creatures. And I didn't have any schematics for the prototype. Weird. I should test that next and see what kind of issues will I have. Weird. I might generate missing data issues like that. Or actually doesn't load because the data is not found or something. But actually, yeah, another freaking test. Test adding. The thing is, the game, the map simulator won't allow that. That's the interesting part. But it will allow it if the map has creatures that belongs to another game, and you load another game file and try to load these maps. So actually, before this, we need to add another point. When loading a new game and have already opened maps that have different creatures, skills, ethic. And to be honest, I believe I made a mistake when I made the core creature thing. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Let's go, let me go and check, because my brain is not functional. Oh, Jesus, I will... Did I move the file? Yeah, I moved the file. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm still not that comfortable doing 1 million things at the same time. I don't know why it's behaving in a weird way. Didn't I say oh, maybe it's using this one. Why it's so freaking slow? I have no clue. And I have new bars in here. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, this one is the name of the creature. And I feared I registered this one as the name of the object. And now there's a question. Where's the name of the object? So apparently this guy doesn't know the name of the object. The name of the object is live in the map as part of the key value in the dictionary. So here, so this one apparently is the name of the creature unit itself, but this one is the name of the class blueprint. So anyhow, so if we have some kind of conflict, the software or a warning message should be shown, and all conflicted data should be deleted if they are going to be used with new game. So this is an issue. So if we have a map that have some creatures A, B, C, and we change the game file that doesn't have B, then we need to detect all B's from the maps and say, hey, these doesn't exist. We cannot open the map unless if you don't want to delete them. Do you want to delete them? And that's how the things will work. This is all just for the sake of data integrity stuff. And that's why I should leave some copies of the maps that I want to use for different games without creatures and objects. So I keep the map with only the things that common, which is usually the batches and tails and backgrounds, and add the creatures on a separate map. So either if you have a map first and you change a file, or you load the file then try to load the map, it should do the same thing to warn you and delete all the thing. And in here, add same protection to the game engine. If there are conflict, show a message and kinda deal with it. Maybe delete them. The thing is, in the engine, later on, people might want to mod the game or whatever. So if they want to mod the game and the creatures doesn't exist or the weapon doesn't exist, don't you hate that when the thing crashes because you have missing data? So I need to deal with that in a more professional way, and oh my god, we don't even have a character moving on the screen, and we have all these kinds of issues. Well, actually, I have some demo in here that have a character move and dance and whatever on screen, but this is way too simple. It doesn't have any of this. It doesn't have animation system, it doesn't have action condition system, it doesn't have my skill and attribute system, it doesn't have anything. It's just hard-coded blah. And if I want to make a game with 100 different units in the old way, it will take more time than this. But to be honest, after spending 6 months on working on this, I started out that. So let's test this again. And it's working, but something is telling me that when I try to debug, it doesn't like that much, does it? Maybe because the update function okay. I thought it was timeless and it was spinning as fast as possible or something. So yeah, I didn't move any old code from the old engine because I'm trying to do stuff in here in a different way, and I don't want to repeat or moving the code is the easiest thing ever. I don't want to move something that I don't want to move or I want to change. So I'm trying to be careful in here, and that's what's add all the confusion. So let's test the creature objects and see how are they loaded. Yeah, it bothers me because I don't know why this guy is way too slow. Um, so the data are loaded correctly, and I should learn how to add flags instead of doing this. The first one doesn't have any job, which is correct, but the second one has a skill, active skill number 1 with base level 1. So the data is loaded correctly, and he's a creature type, and he has HP of 100, I believe. Yep. And it has some description, which is just a placeholder for now. So the things are loaded correctly. And yeah, I didn't test that outside of the camera or behind the camera, I mean. And finally, this sucker is working. You don't believe how much time it took. It took 2 days of work, actually. And that might mean nothing. But when you see the number of classes and testers, it makes me feel I want to go to bed already. I want to go to bed. So let's try to do something useful before we go to bed. I go to bed. You stay wherever you are. Yeah, I moved this from the old class, and I might change this. I might change a lot of things. A lot of things are committed because, especially in the XPC class with the old script. So what should we do? What should we do? Should we print the menu, print the map, make a map manager class? I don't know. What should we do? Let me try to change. I believe I have the code. The thing is, the code for the old game engine didn't change that much. A lot of changes happened in the script guy and other guys. No, this is welcome to the Confused channel, where you see a very confused programmer who is not sure what to do next. I'm thinking to make the map printed, but I really don't want to copy the code, and I'm not ready to relearn the whole thing. So I was thinking about doing the resolution thing. And somehow I lost my game engine 2 by some reason. Because this idiot for some reason screwed up my project for the second time. I believe because I saved 2 projects with different folder name but the same project name. And it get confused somehow. And actually it screwed up my work again with the map simulator. And it got out of sync somehow. Maybe because I didn't upload my work for a while. I don't know. and I made a sync and deleted all the conflict. So apparently I don't have the last code for the menu and the stuff. I mean, look at this. This is before I make the menu component things. But yeah, this class is not complete actually. It doesn't have the templates and stuff. This is, but still acceptable because the code in here didn't change much. Except it doesn't use a file. Oh wait, this guy is the guy who was adding the string separator stuff. Interesting. I was looking for that. I was looking for who's responsible on that. Look at that, it's here. So I need to add a trigger, a listener, and SSI. Okay. Oh, be careful what you copy, my friend. Be careful. Apparently, recently I failed to copy the right thing that I want to copy a few times, and I don't know why. I don't know why this thing is done like this. Maybe because these guys are not the same, I guess. Um, you see, this is how I do the loading, the creation and stuff before, manually, and I didn't have much. But now all of them are living in one file, which is good, which is good. I mean, duh, the file is way much bigger than that, but and actually some of them are created by the script or by the functions. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I need to mine some of this stuff in here. So let's do that. Let's do that. And we need these four too. Wait, these guys are part of the engine now, aren't they? Aren't they? So I will take a look on how things happens. Didn't I add a print script function instead of this? So actually we have two ways to add messages. Now what the hell is this? Seriously. Yeah, we don't need this kind of things anymore because we have blueprint for everything. So we need these 3 or 4 functions at least. So where should I put these? So these are in the initialize code. And apparently we don't know what string separator is. Then why do we have this reference? Oh, yes. I had some ego that I didn't want to merge the references. So apparently, we need to make everything public, don't we? Don't you love that? Yeah, I know. This is what they mean by protection, blah blah blah, but let's go to the string separator class and SSIAR. Isn't protected eternal enough for you? Jesus Christ. Nope. It seems protected internal for the project itself. I wonder if I should leave that to... Hmm. Maybe I can leave the protected internal and make the game core file do that for us? I don't know. Do I need more than 4? I never asked myself about that. Yeah, sorry if this is so boring. More boring than usual, I mean, because I was going to sleep, but I was like, let's put another hour of work, shall we? So I really don't like that, changing everything protected internal into public. But you know, I'm even showing you the code. I mean, I don't know. I mean, will it matter? Will it really matter? That's the question. I mean, I can make an initialize function somewhere, make that initialize function do this stuff instead of doing it manually like that, but oh, we missed one. We missed target map. Actually, I can add food to all of them. I believe I only had 4 first, but I was goofing around and I added a 5th. Nope, I have 5. What the hell? That's make no sense. Let me close this without saving for a second, should we? Yeah, I had 4 only. And for some reason we got 5th. Because I was fooling around in here. So this is the map simulator, screw it now. I don't want to deal with 3 projects at once. If we need it we can open it. So we copied this one. I believe we can have these guys as foo and user for now. Who said it was an if? Alright. So now we have script capabilities. And now we can edit the messages in here. Yeah, this can be done in a better way. This can be done in a better way. This is a script log, script input and everything. We can make an object for these guys instead of having them flying in here. Because these guys are static, maybe we should add them as part of the game folder or something, or the game file. I don't know. I'm not sure where should I add these guys. They used to be in the game class itself, but we can move them somewhere else. And you can tell the best place is maybe it's the script itself, but maybe not. No, this is not, because sometimes we deal with objects in here, and these objects are engine related objects. So they should be in either the game file or in the game class. Or even the map, because the map is actually kind of the main guy who holds most of the guys. The game file hold the blueprints, but the real guy who's holding the other guys is the map class. So let me move them. Something is bothering me, I don't know. Moving the codes like that is just bothering me. Because I like it how this thing is small and neat and everything. And now I'm going to screw it. And by the way, this is the test game. Why am I moving everything? Yeah, this is the test game, you know. I don't want to add these things every time in every game. You see, it's already oh wow. This is the oldest guy in here. I changed that to reference. I was playing around with the trying to learn how to use pointers, and I could use reference, but there was a real reason why I used pointers, and I forgot what was it. Oh well. And someone suggested you shouldn't use it. He was a little bit on the top of it, but he was right. So I could move around that place or that area and fix the issue and change it into a reference. Um, yeah. Yeah, I stopped doing that because it's clear that this is the end of the line when I have a block with return. It's just for readability issue. So we need the SSI result. So what am I going to do? I don't like it like the script to be in here. Even though in the old code everyone was using the game for the script. We're going to change that and move that to, I don't know. But better to move it to the engine side. So all the games will use the script from the engine side. After all, the event dealer and everything is engine stuff. So let's move the stupid messages here. And I don't care if I put it in the share function. I want to put it somewhere. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, the list doesn't exist, and okay. Are you telling me I shouldn't use lists in the game folder? So let's see, where should I put this? I really want to put it in the script, in the string separator. Well, the only issue if I put it in the string separator is I need to call the string separator every time. This long, funky thing. I know it's a weird reason. Funny. And the string separator already have these messages. What the hell is going on here? I'm sorry, but this is make little sense for me. So why do these exist then? Yeah, looking at the old code and trying to get, and yes, it's not documented. Don't get smart asses on me. Um, I like my code to do the stuff in different ways, but when that happened, I feel like maybe I need to change my ways. So anyhow, and sometimes I regret it when I work when I out of breath already. It just, yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, I want to work. It doesn't matter. So this one is redundant. So let's remove it. Oh, this one redundant too. No, this one doesn't exist. Instead, this exists. And I will trust this code more than that code because I don't think I ever used this one. So goodbye. This one exists. Goodbye. Already defined? No problem. Goodbye. So from now on, anytime I need to call the script, I need to call this guy. The one who is responsible on the script crap. Yeah, if you came here and expected to see explosions and music and Mega Man and Link and code in 5x speed, I apologize for disappointing you. So this is the old code from the old engine. Yeah, I ended up by copying the old engine, even though I told myself, I'm not going to know. Yeah, I'm doing it now. It's just sad. Actually, what I came for is this thing. Is to take this code. So this code, if I'm not mistaken, will do the full screen of crap. So yeah, after this I'll just close this video. I apologize for the bad quality of work, but I'm just trying to push the ball as far as I could. And I haven't streamed for a while, and I was like, let's stream a little bit. Because you were doing a lot of crabbing testing and files and save and load, and you didn't do any stream work. So this is in the initialize, or in the, what do you call it? Not the initializer, the here. So I really love full screen. I don't like to play games in window mode, but a lot of games start in the window mode for, I believe, for a few reasons. One of the reasons, what if the game is not working? It crash or doesn't give you control or something like that, and you get trapped on full screen while the game is not responding. It's really bad. But if you open it on window mode and it's crappy, it's just not responding, you can close it, you can move it, you can have control to the computer. So, but let's try this. Let's try this. So apparently, this doesn't make sense anymore. So how about if we take the game core data, screen height, screen width. Um, hmm. Hmm. Not public again, aren't we? Yeah. It's funny, I just opened some kind of lists and stuff from other classes and made it public. Shut up. هلا. هلا. ايه بس ما شربته. لا اوكي انا بقول شيء لا اصلا. انا هذا محتفظ به لانه في واحد سلك الدايت حقي كله ويسوي له غني. انا نقفشت. ما في شيء حاله. على فكرة هذه الله يعينك بس في وسخ في الغرفة جمعته. ضمني ونسيت. لا يطلع ريحة ولا شيء عاد شيء ريحة. الساعة الحين 49 دقيقة الله يحفظك. ها؟ الساعة 49 دقيقة ما بطلع برا الغرفة بس بفلت بكرة. الساعة 49 شيء يعني. اوكي. لا يعني مو حين مختلف هذه يعني الوقت يعني. في وسط يعني. اوكي. استاذ انا النظام ليش ما بس ما انا قاعد اعمل ستريم في الفيديو على فكره. خلصت تقريبا 50% من الطوش افكار طبعا بس يعني هالوحش دون سبيشالات دون يعني كوروش عامه. good ما احس انه احسن يعني احس بوست حق سريع صار يعني شيء give me a second. Okay, see you in part 4 and sorry for the call. See you later.